right, so here is our first learning segment, and this is the unit for plants. And I hope all of you were able to finish up your farm animal unit, and some of the activities, and get all your farm animals on your farm that I sent home. But we're in a new month, so we're going to do a new unit, and this is the plant unit. And the concept for today is that plants grow from seeds. And maybe some of you already knew that because you've helped your mom and dad plant a garden, and you put the seeds in the ground, and then it grows, and the plant comes up, and then you get either the vegetables or the fruits off the plants. It's really a miraculous process. So I just wanted to show you my plant, my seed poster. I'm going to go look at some of these seeds. Now there's many different kinds of seeds in the world, but these are just a few of them, so you can see what the different kinds of seeds there are. So these are cucumber seeds. Now if you've ever eaten a cucumber, you can see these seeds right inside the cucumber. If you slice the cucumber up, you can see these little tiny seeds in there. This is the part of the plant we eat. It's the cucumber. These are corn seeds. They look really close. They look just kind of like dried up corn. I'm going to get that out of there. Can you see that? It looks like a piece. Oh, there it goes. Looks like a piece of dried up corn. That's because the part that we eat off the cob is actually the seeds. And then these are spinach seeds. Look at them. They look just kind of like little rocks, but they're seeds. And if you plant those in the ground, they grow up and they have this leafy stuff called spinach. You can have in salads or you can cook. These are some flower seeds. Now the interesting thing about flower seeds is most of them are very small. Now sunflower seeds are not small. We eat those. You've probably seen some sunflower seeds. But these are alyssum seeds. They grow into these white flowers, and they're very tiny. This is a pumpkin seed, and I think you've probably seen pumpkin seeds before, because to make a jack-o'-lantern you have to scoop them out, and that's what they look like. You remember that? These are beet seeds. Now look at these beet seeds. They look kind of like little rocks, just like these spinach seeds. So you might think that spinach does not look at all like beets, but they're kind of related, because the top part of the beet, that this part grows under the ground, but the top part, you can see a little bit right here, it's green and leafy, and they're called beet greens. And you can eat them just like spinach. You can pick them and cook them, and they taste a little bit like spinach. Sometimes people eat them with lemon. So they're kind of related, and you can see that the seeds look a lot the same. They look like little rocks. Now this is a bean seed, and you may have seen a bean like this, like in a chili or a soup, but this is the kind of bean, it will grow these long green beans. And I know you've probably eaten some of those. Usually they cut them up and put them in a can, or sometimes you can buy them fresh or pick them fresh if you grow them in your garden. And you still snap them in smaller pieces, but if you open them up, see that zipper? If you open it up right there, you look in there, and there you will see the bean seed. It won't be black, it will be green. And I'm not sure why this is black, but some bean seeds I know are white, some are black. The ones you see inside the bean is green, but it looks just that same shape. Now let's come down here to this is a squash seed. So these are crookneck squash. When you look at this, or maybe they're yellow zucchini, I'm not sure. And you look at that shape, where have you seen that shape before, where it's kind of pointed and then it goes up and around? And look, is it the bean seed? No. Is it the beet seed? No. Oh, look, there it is. The pumpkin seed. It's the same shape, except it's bigger. So it goes up, a little point, and then up and around. And it looks the same shape as this, except this is smaller. That is because this is a squash, and a pumpkin is a squash. And that's kind of crazy, because a pumpkin is big and round and orange, and a squash, a zucchini squash, or crookneck, I'm not sure which, is probably zucchini, probably yellow zucchini, is long and skinny and yellow. But they're both squash. They're related, you can tell because the seeds look the same. Now here is something that I find interesting. Here's the pansy seed, and you notice just like the alyssum, the seeds look like little specks. They're just little tiny dots. And these pansy seeds are little tiny dots. They're a little bit bigger. They're a little bit different color, but pretty close. See, there's the alyssum. You see that? And here is the pansy seed. They're a little bit bigger. And then right next to the pansy, here is the carrot seeds. And the carrot seeds are almost as little as the pansy seeds. They're a little bit bigger, but they look a lot to me like flower seeds, but they're not. They grow carrots. So a lot of the vegetables look like seeds look big like this, like the beans big. These seeds are big. Even these though, they're little, they're a lot bigger than the carrot seeds. So the carrot seeds are little and kind of thin, and they look kind of like flower seeds, but they're not. These seeds, even though they're so little, they know they have a little code in them that they know how to grow up and be carrots. And these seeds, even though they're very tiny, if you plant them, they know how to grow up and be pansies. Isn't that amazing that something so little as this can contain that information that tells the plant to grow up and be an alyssum, be a flower, or be a pumpkin? So that is the amazing thing about plants, but all plants start with a seed, and it's very tiny, but in there is all the information that the seed needs to grow up to be a plant, the plant it's supposed to be. So a little bit later today, we are actually going to plant a seed, and you're going to have to, so I sent in your packet, there's a couple of little cups, and you can plant one bean seed, and I think the ones I gave you are white, not black like that one, and one flower seed, and those flowers are called zinnias. And I picked zinnias because that's one of the letters we're going to do this month, is Z, and zinnia starts with Z. But you can plant one of each and then take care of them and see them grow. But the one thing you might want to do right now when we go to the break is to take your little cup, and then there's a little disc. Well, let me go get it.